And I'm wondering, for the people who are not really aware of this book, what insights will they get from that in respect to community? And if you could, my audience is really focused around sort of creators and Black creators.
I love it. I think, one of the great things about what I wrote about in this book is it's omnipresent. Whether you're an immigrant from Jamaica, which is a very different Black Canadian than an immigrant from Chicago, or a Russian immigrant, or a high net worth third generation rich, Californian. This is a universal book. This is about emotional intelligence, and my great belief that EQ is growing in incredible importance around business, and not in the way that the world is working right now, where we're trying to really, lovely, and complicated, put a lot of pressure on better behavior.
Yep.
That's more guilt. That's more cancel culture. That's more trying to lift us up and be better.
Yep.
I would call inspiration, right?
Yep.
Challenge. I mean, we're in interesting times.
100%.
This is actually slightly different. This is, oh, by the way, being kind was always the actual way to make more money.
100%.
And that's like a profoundly weird statement I've come to realize. And that came through the journey of me asking myself in my mid 30s, early 40s, like, why is this working for me?
Yep.
Forget about everybody else. And I've observed a lot of people winning. And more importantly, why am I ascending up?
Yep.
While a lot of people at my age and skill set, hard skills,
yep.
Why are they descending down? And my belief is that bad behavior in business, rough elbows, stepping on people, not giving a shit about your admin or the person that served you your meal.
100%.
You could get away with it for a while.
Not anymore.
Well, it's funny. That's where this is why it's funny. I haven't really started doing interviews about this book. Not anymore, I'm worried that so much so that people will become tone deaf to it, and canceling will become white noise. And in a weird way, it might even have a negative reaction the other way. I'm actually a little bit worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
That there's so much tension. This is a little bit of a different thing. This is more built on emotional intelligence, being accountable, or things that aren't even, let's say, a little bit more heavy. Curiosity.
Yep.
I go very deep into curiosity in this book. I didn't realize how much that worked for me.
Yep.
I talk about these 13 traits, 12 and a half, because one of them I'm still struggling with, kind candor, which blows people away because Gary Vee, the persona, is so good at candor, but Gary Vaynerchuk, the executive, really struggled with confrontation all through his 20s, well into his 30s.
Yep.
And only when I started rebranding it as kind candor did I even get comfortable with candor, and that's like a 3-year phenomenon.
Well.
But I talk about these traits in ingredients form.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I didn't realize how much people struggle with the following sentence. I am ambitious and tenacious while being ridiculously patient.
Because they're almost like contradictions. And
correct.
At times we feel, how could you have those qualities, but they kind of
to your point,
back.
But it's the whole point.
Totally.
To me, conviction and empathy can seem like a contradiction. I have crazy conviction and crazy empathy. And so I started realizing I'm a little weird in a good way. Oh, I started seeing other people like, they're a little weird. Oh, that's working. That guy's a little weird. Working. She's weird. It's working. And I was like, this thing is not being talked about enough. And so back to the temperature we're in the world.
Yeah.
I believe that the quickest way by far to get happier is through accountability and optimism. Right? Optimism of like, you're just going to choose and say the world sucks or you're not.
Totally.
Like you can easily go either way right now.
Totally.
And then accountability is, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah.
And
so
so
that as like your North Star and your guidance.
I just, accountability has made me a good leader. And so in the book, I talk a lot about, you come into a company, I do a lot of scenarios. You come into a company and your best friend, out of 39 people that come into a company, you make best friends with somebody. You and I come in the same company at the same time. and we happen to be the best two of this class.
Yep.
And then you get the promotion. What do I do about it? And I really start breaking down, humility, kind candor, go speak to the manager, patience. I'm happy for my guy. I'm gonna get in 6 months versus so much of what we see in the world now, which is the opposite of the scenario I just wrote. And so I really went there. What's the emotional framework that has gotten me here? And what do I see in a lot of others that has worked? And I decided to put it on paper. This is an emotional intelligence alpha business book. And the reason I say alpha business book, this is to win. This is honey empire, honey over vinegar, but I'm building an empire.
Hey, what's up everybody? So if you enjoyed this video, please watch the full podcast right here. And if you wanna watch another clip like this one, please click right here. Peace, love, we'll talk to you soon.